Barcelona and Wi-Fi, you gotta have it, folks. Let's talk about where you're staying, cafes around town, and then wireless hotspot devices. This is James Whalen. I'm just throwing everything I've got at you to try to help you with any ideas that come to mind relating to traveling to Barcelona and traveling in general. Now, the main thing that's going to happen in terms of Wi-Fi is probably where you're staying is going to be enough to get you through. Hotels have that taken care of. Airbnbs, you might need to mention that but to the owner, but most people have Wi-Fi and they're used to visitors coming in and out. They have the passwords and the network all printed out, and it's easy for you to access. Probably for most people, just using the internet, the Wi-Fi where you're staying is going to get you through the day, get you through your trip here. That's the first thing I would keep in mind. The next thing is that a lot of the cafes around, probably most of the cafes these days, have Wi-Fi service in the cafe. I even I look for Starbucks. And there's another chain here called Sandwiches, or that's the way I pronounce it. It looks like the word sandwich. Those are two chains that are around town, and the reason why I mention that is I go in there and don't even buy anything because they're usually kind of busy. So what I'm trying to say is cafes are usually available. They usually want you to buy something, but some of those big chains, you can kind of just slip in the back door and sit in the back for a while and work on something and decide what you want to do. So the place you're staying, then cafes around town. And then the third thing that comes to mind, now I have to, full disclosure, I haven't actually used these services, but there are new wireless hotspot devices that are kind of like pay-as-you-go devices. Some of them can cost as little as 10 euros a day that provide unlimited internet. The way that this works is, I believe, I've just been reading up on it and talking to people, is you sign up with the service, they ship a device to your house, and you bring that device with you while you're traveling. As far as I can tell, all of these devices are usable in Europe because Europe is a huge market and Spain is going to be included in that. Spain is a modern country with Wi-Fi all over the place. So these kind of services are definitely going to work here in Barcelona. Now this is probably for somebody, I'm imagining some kind of digital nomad or somebody who's working heavily and has to basically carry the internet with them and know that they have a secure and powerful internet connection anywhere in the city. I think that the way it works is you have the single device that satellites into the internet, and you can hook in another 5 devices into this hotless device. I haven't used that, as I said, but there's lots of information about it on the internet. You can go on Amazon and look to buy one of these things if you're a long-term traveler. You can rent them if you're here for a short, intense time and you really need to have lots of internet access. And then the one other thing I would throw at you, is that there is free Wi-Fi in the city of Barcelona. The city set up little Wi-Fi spots. I think there's one in my neighborhood, or within the walking area of my house. Now I've heard mixed reviews about this, and I've had mixed experiences about it. Supposedly it offers 250 kilobytes per second, and that people say that has been sufficient enough for them to make Skype calls or to do texting for free. I've turned it on and had it go kind of slow for me. I've heard other people say that it's a little bit slow. I think maybe it's still up in the air. The city really wants this situation to work. I'm going to include a link down below that shows a map of the Wi-Fi spots around town, and there are a considerable number of them, and I imagine that the service is going to continue to improve. It's relatively new to the city, maybe in the last 10 years or so. If you're planning to work through those I kind of feel like the city's Wi-Fi spots are not going to be what you want, and you're going to want to look at those other 3 options wherever you're staying, in a cafe or one of these devices. This is James Whalen. You know, we all got to have Wi-Fi in our lives, and it's a critical issue. So I just wanted to share that with you to see if you have any questions, anything I can help you with. I'm glad to look up anything else. I generally, in Barcelona, I live here, so this is something a little new to me because I'm usually doing one of those first 2. I'm usually using the internet in my house, or I go over to a cafe nearby here that I like to hang out in, or as I said, I go into Starbucks and the sandwich places and use the internet for free without buying anything. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions. I'm having a super time talking to you, and I can't wait to hear back from you. I can't wait to hear your messages and any questions that you have, and we'll see each other in the next video. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Adios. Bye-bye. Adios.